I feel like I didn't do justice by this anime because I didn't include it in my top 10 list for 2023, and after the conclusion, it really does deserve a spot, so here I am giving it its own review. Anyway, let's talk about The Apothecary Diaries. Now before we continue, if you like movie reviews, anime reviews, and game reviews, please like this video and subscribe to the channel. Anyway, back to the video. The Apothecary Diaries is an anime that is set in ancient China and follows our main character Mao Mao, who helps around and does work at a pleasure house, and she was raised by this doctor who works out in the village. And one day she is kidnapped by a bunch of human traffickers and she's sold into servitude at the emperor's palace. Now she works at the back palace, and one day she overhears that the concubines to the emperor are falling sick, and she manages to realize that there is a certain plant that is causing the after effects that are affecting these concubines, and she delivers the message of how to cure it, which gets her roped into being a poison tester for one of the concubines, and from there her life in the emperor's palace is changed forever. So she tests the meals that are going to the concubine for poison, and the thing is, she loves this. She loves getting poisoned to a certain degree. In fact, previously, before she was kidnapped, she tended to poison herself. One, to build up a resistance, and two, to develop an understanding of how these poisons work. So if I were to summarize this anime, I would call it a procedural drama set amongst the royalty of ancient China and all the politics that come with it. Because from episode to episode, we have certain illnesses or mysteries that requires Mao Mao's deduction to solve, and Mao Mao is kind of like a pseudo Sherlock Holmes character whose experience with various types of drugs and plants and poisons gives her a unique insight that allows them to solve the mysteries episode to episode. So while the nature of these mysteries can feel episodic, it serves an overall grander scheme of things. Then that is the main plot line for this anime this season. So what is the main draw of the anime, and why do I say it deserves a spot on my top 10 list? Well, the first thing is the main character. Mao Mao holds up this anime completely on her shoulders. I mean, I'm surprised she doesn't have a backache from carrying this show. In fact, Mao Mao might be one of the best main characters of the year last year, or even if you want to take it for this year, because she is eccentric but incredibly intelligent, and she's also incredibly headstrong. She has her beliefs and she will stick by her beliefs regardless of what people tells her. Now, she's also intelligent because she understands her position in society, and she cunningly tries to use that in order to get people to do what she wants. But whenever she's faced with a problem, this is why I love Mao Mao. Like, she has strong beliefs and she is not willing to back down. And if she needs to slap a bitch, she will slap a bitch to get her point across. Mao Mao is also incredibly witty, especially when she uses sarcasm in her interactions with Jinshi, who's supposedly a eunuch who works in the rear palace with the courtesans, but there's more to that than meets the eye. And for romance fans, there's also something here for you, especially with the interaction between Mao Mao and Jinshi, and you can see there's something budding and building there. And yeah, I ship them together, but we'll see what happens in the future. The other supporting cast of characters are also pretty good. The concubines, with their very unique personalities, add a lot to the story. The emperor is there. He exists. We see him sometimes. He's barely a character, I would say. But mainly it is Mao Mao who is the standout character, and the reason I kept coming back to this show week after week. On top of the mysteries, I enjoyed the mysteries as well, because what the author did to build this web of conspiracy draws you in week on week. And also, if I remember correctly, each episode kind of ends with a preview of what's going to come in the next episode, and that makes you crave more. Now, as for the animation, well, it's actually pretty good. I wouldn't say it's spectacular animation. It's beautiful to look at in some scenes, but it also is not the most fluid kind of animation that you can see, but it does not detract from the anime, and it definitely doesn't feel like something equal to let's say Tokyo Revengers, where it's just moving panels without any additional input from the animators. It feels like a lot of care and love has been put into this anime, although it does not have the high-flying Sakuga that we're used to from more action-oriented anime. Anyway, The Apothecary Diaries is one of the best shows from last year. I can even understand why there's a debate between this and Frieren. I mean, Mao Mao is an elite tier character, and she just makes this show what it is. She carries it, and it's so much better because of her characterization. The voice work done for her is incredible. The animation is good, and hopefully we get a second season sometime soon. I give The Apothecary Diaries an 8 out of 10. So, have you seen The Apothecary Diaries? If you haven't, it's available on Netflix. And if you have, please let me know what you think about The Apothecary Diaries and what do you think about Mao Mao. Do you prefer her or do you prefer Frieren as a main character? Let me know in the comments, and I'll see you in the next video.